Welcome back, YouTube family. I apologize, I had some malfunctions earlier and the video stopped and the microphone stopped working. But I did want to just add a couple of more minutes to share that actually God gave me this vision to start the channel about 4 years ago. And I sat on it, did nothing with it because I thought I wasn't qualified. I thought I needed to take public speaking classes. I needed the perfect camera and the perfect video. But I heard a message that Bishop T.D. Jakes spoke one day, and he said, you have to start regularly. He even encouraged someone that if you're baking and you want a baker, start baking in your kitchen. So I'm starting in my bedroom. I know the sound may not be as clear. The video may not be as clear, but as we go on, we'll get those things adjusted. But I had to come and start today because there's no perfect time to start. So I did want to add with you that even after my suicide attempt, I stayed suicidal for about 3 years. I made a commitment to God and myself and my son that I will fight the fight, and I continue to struggle with suicidal thoughts. But again, I have extensive therapy, and I combated those thoughts, and I just made it through the grace of God and having hope and courage. You have to have a courage and commitment to yourself. So I would like to end you with this. Today, yes, my channel, I have a mask on because that's the platform. Why people mask? Why do we hide behind our tears, our scars, and why we don't share with people our darkest moments? We need to start tearing down the mask and reach out for help. But I do understand the stigma because you have some people that are very judgmental that would say, oh, I went through that problem. I lost my mom and I got through it. Or I lost my job and I got through it. Yes, you went through moments of sadness. That's mental health, that you went through sadness. But mental illness is more than sadness. Because it started to affect the person ration now. It affects the way that they think logically. So mental illness and sadness are two different things. So we must learn not to be judgmental, but offer our help and assistance to people who are struggling. And then people will start tearing down the mask and unveiling the mask and ask for help. I leave you with this. Reach out to your friends and family. Some people you may think that, oh, they just not calling me back, but they could be struggling with suicidal thoughts, anxiety. With COVID-19, we've been through a lot, lost a lot of lives, and our lives have changed so drastically. So it is hard to adapt sometimes. So I encourage you, if you are mentally stable and healthy, reach out to your friends and family and just ask them if they're okay. Even if they look like they're okay, because sometimes the exterior doesn't match the interior. I was judged like that. They said, oh, you look fine. But I wasn't. I was hanging on by a thread. So please, we must embrace that everybody doesn't show that they are outwardly depressed. They may look like they just went and had a photo shoot, and inside they're losing hope. But God gave me this vision, and hopefully He told me one day that we're going to go to a convention and we're going to all go to a convention with our mask on. And whatever depression that's holding us back, who terminated you, what house you lost, who left you, who you got a divorce with, we're going to heal those traumas. And we're going to learn to unmask and deal with our mental health. Because if your brain is not together, if your mental health is not together, nothing will work. Your brain is like a computer, like the hard drive. If you turn that computer on that hard drive, is damaged, nothing works. The application won't work without the hard drive. So your brain is like the hard drive. It is okay to take care of self-care first. Your mental health matters first. If you're not mentally stable, you can't be there for your family, for your job, for your kids, for anyone. So I encourage you, as Mental Health Awareness Month is approaching here in May, I encourage you to reach out and go to see a psychiatrist if you can, a therapist, to make sure that your mental health is okay. Just as though we check on our physical health every year on our birthday, we need to start checking on our mental health as well. And I did want to leave you with mental illness does not discriminate. I hear a lot of people say when a lot of celebrities kill themselves, oh my God, they're so selfish, they had so much money. Money does not make you not depressed. Suicidal thoughts, mental illness does not discriminate. It can impact anyone at any time. It doesn't matter about your race, religion, your social status, your bank account. It can impact you. So we must stop judging and offering, reaching out a hand to our sisters and brothers and friends and colleagues and stop being judgmental. Because I myself, I've had a lot of trauma in my life that I went through and had sadness, but I wasn't depressed. I've been molested by my stepfather. I've been through a divorce, lost my home, lost my job, lost my mother. But those things that I went through, they were trauma, which I didn't deal with, but they were sadness. I was able to get through it. But having the birth of my son, I couldn't shake the depression, so it was different. So you never know what obstacle may put you in a mental health crisis. So please don't be judgmental and say, oh, I made it through this, so you should make it through that. Everybody is different. Everybody's road to recovery is different. So I ask you to come on this journey with me. And I guarantee you, we're going to have our mask on, but we're going to start to learn to take the mask off and ask for help. No longer be embarrassed. Reach out, contact the suicide hotline, contact a psychiatrist, a therapist, because help is available. 90% of all mental health cases has a treatable diagnosis. And the reason why I know this, because I myself have to learn what I'm coping with. I've been diagnosed with a mental illness for 12 years, so I must know what the statistics are. So I, again, am not licensed. I'm not a life coach. But I am here with you to stand in the gap. I can't promise you that I'm going to come over here on this every day because I myself have my own depression. But I will come on the channel and I will offer you some techniques and things and motivate you and encourage you and get in your business and tell you to get up off that bed today. And if the only thing that you can do is get out that bed and take a shower, you've accomplished something. So right now we're going to start from ground zero. We're not going to have a 5-year plan. Our plan is going to be a 1-minute plan, a 30-minute plan, because I know how depression and anxiety can take you. You don't know what you're going to do the next hour. But we're going to learn to live and live like God intended us to live, abundantly, and live healthy as best as we can. I thank you. May God bless you. May He keep you. May He encourage you to make it another day. I leave you with one of my favorite quotes by Dr. Martin Luther King. It says, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. By all means, keep moving. That's what we're going to learn to do, to keep moving. So again, We're going to have our mask on, but eventually our mask will come off and we will begin to learn to ask for help. We will begin to learn to not be judgmental to someone else's circumstance just because you went through it and you got through it. Will begin to offer a hand to our friends and family without being judgmental. Go with them to their mental evaluation. Go cook dinner for them if they are in the bed isolated. No, they're not lazy. It's called mental illness. It affects their brain. So I leave you with this again. Thank you. God bless you. May He keep you. Until the next time, take care.